In this What's New video for AutoBid Mechanical 2020 version 1, we're going to take a look at 3 changes to the way on-screen view takeoff works. We have some new options for you. I think you'll be excited about them. Now take a look at my screen here and you'll notice something that looks a little different. Yes, the lines are very thick. What we've done here is we've added a new feature called double lines, and in the double lines it actually can display the piping at the scale width of the pipe. So we can see the 6-inch pipe versus the 8-inch pipe versus the 4-inch pipe. It becomes very clear on the screen when you make pipe size changes. Now this is all controlled under the OSV tools, on-screen view customizations, and the double line settings. Now we have 2 different sets of settings. We have for pipe with no insulation on it and pipe with insulation. And right now I just have it set to using these black lines for the borders of the pipe, and I have it set for a solid fill, and the solid fill is using the system color. You can change these. We have a number of options. I'm sure you'll find one that works well for you. I'm going to give a try to this diagonal cross. And we see now it's filling in with diagonal crosses. Now to see how this works in takeoff, I'll do a little takeoff here. And as I go along, when I make a size change, it becomes very obvious that the size changed. Continuing along, the main becomes a 4-inch here, and let's say I inadvertently come down and I hit the wrong dimension button, and I go to continue on. Well, there's an obvious mistake. I'm sure you've never taken off a pipe at the wrong dimension, but I have, and it's now obvious this is wrong. So I will have to back click a couple of steps and retake that off just the size where it changed and it was wrong. Now you don't have to see the double lines all the time. We did create a button up here that will turn them on and off, and you'll see the usual single line representation of your takeoff. Now we did make some enhancements to the single line, the way it gets displayed. You now have an option under the OSV tools and customizations to make the insulated piping look different. So I'm going to choose this special line attributes for insulation. My line style, I went to a dashed line with a width of 3, and when I click OK, you could now see the insulated pipe shows up with this dashed line in the system color. Now I did actually filter out a system that was uninsulated, which would be my underground pipe, and you can see that shows up as a solid color. Now the third change that we've made to on-screen takeoff is that we've changed the way the pixels can be adjusted for the settings of the warm spots and fittings. So taking a look at this, you can see these circles, and these circles represent the find radius that you would have to click to be going and continuing on with your takeoff. To change this in the past, you had to go under OSV tools, and you had to go to on-screen view customizations. It was under the options, and it was a find radius, and the default was 20. And this all has to do with the pixels of the background drawing. So if I take a look at a project that has a different DPI for the drawing, and we take a look and we're going to zoom in right here around this chase. Well, these find radius hotspots and cool spots, warm spots, are just way too large for us to do an efficient takeoff. It's blocking out a view of the chase, the pipes are overlapping, the fittings are overlapping. So rather than having to go all the way back into the on-screen view tools, we now have a shortcut that could take us right to adjusting the find radius. Now simply using these up or down arrows, I could adjust the size of the warm spots, cool spots, and hot spots to something that works well with this particular drawing's DPI, and an 8 seems to work good. I can see my chase, I could see where my branches are, and I don't have a lot of fitting overlap. So click OK, and everything is set, and I continue working on this drawing, being able to see everything with this new setting. So there's the three things that we changed for AutoBid Mechanical 2020 on-screen view. We have the ability to show double lines. We have the ability to indicate insulated single lines. And now we actually have the ability to adjust the pixel setting for the hotspots, warm spots, and fittings right from in Takeoff using this button. Thank you for watching.
We hope you enjoyed this video. Visit mep.trimble.com for even more product resources.